Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to record this video a little bit early. I saw that a few other people recorded their videos early and I really think that's a great idea because it's a long weekend, so happy long weekend. I hope that you're having fun. I'm going to an 80s party tonight, so I'm just gonna get ready for that pretty soon, so it's gonna be really fun. My friends are here from Toronto, so it'll be a good time. For this week, I'm going to use the Flower Therapy deck. And I'm also going to use the Archangel Oracle cards. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do one card from that or three. I could do a double reading, but sometimes they get a little lengthy. But anyway, I'm just going to focus here and ask that the messages that come through will help everyone watching this video. So set that intention. And Doreen Virtue says this all the time, but it's true. You know, intention is everything. And these videos are just picking up on the universal energy, so that's how they can resonate with everyone in a different way, which is quite beautiful and miraculous. Okay, I'm going to do a double reading and hopefully not go over the 10 or 15 minute mark. I think it's 15, where you know very well at this point that I can't load them from my phone and they take 4 hours to load. But that's okay. Everything comes out at the perfect divine time. So, I'm really curious to see what comes up for this week because I watch videos from Be Divine and she's over in Australia. I think she's awesome. So I watch her videos. I watched hers for this week. I watched Doreen Virtue's video for this week and they had very common themes. So I'm very curious to see what comes through in this reading. So for the beginning of this week, we have Open Your Third Eye. This is with the echinacea flower. It says, it's safe for you to open your center of clairvoyance. By doing so, you'll see the truth. And the additional message to go with that is peace with Archangel Chamuel. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. This is about finding peace within, right? Opening your third eye. So the color associated with that is often like a navy kind of, well, maybe not navy, but a darker kind of blue in this area. And it's always suggested that you can meditate on the echinacea flower because that helps to open your third eye as well. So that's about, it's really about trusting yourself and feeling safe, feeling peace, feeling connected to your higher self. And it's just about trusting that and trusting that it's safe for you to trust your insights, to trust your instincts, to trust any kind of intuitive messages that come through for you. Because oftentimes we're just so used to shutting them down and shutting them out. And we're taught that here on earth from, you know, when we're kids. You know how people, mostly kids, have imaginary friends. They're very connected to nature. I was very connected to collecting rocks, and I was also connected to angels. I was always collecting angels. And no one else around me did those things. And luckily it wasn't really ingrained in me to abandon any of those things, but unfortunately for many people it is, you know. As soon as kids start to mature, it's kind of, you know, forced on them to believe that, well, you know, imaginary friends aren't real and it doesn't exist and don't believe in magic and magic doesn't exist and all of these fear-based things come up, right? About how all these old belief systems that we're so used to hearing, that you have to really struggle to be successful, that, you know, you're not worthy of this unless you do this. This whole unconditional love thing goes out the window and it's very conditional. You're only loved if you act in this way, and if you behave in this way, then I'm not showing any love to you and you don't deserve this, and, you know, you need to achieve high grades because whatever. You know, like, I can go on and on about all these old belief systems that just aren't true and that are created here by humans, and that's not truth. You can always connect to truth. It's safe for you to open your third eye, to trust your gut, to trust your intuition, to trust in these true loving messages. And how do you know if it's a true and loving message? All these cards are falling all over the place. If it feels like a light, loving, positive message, then you know that it's coming from Source, it's coming from Spirit. Source, Spirit, God, your higher self will never guide you to do anything nasty or anything like that. It will feel right. Just trust yourself, trust your gut, and trust that peace is always available to you at all times. For the middle of the week, we have share the message of love with the daffodil. It says, rivers of love flow within you, and others may benefit from this healing energy. Be mindful of each word that passes your lips. I have something funny to say about that in a minute. And to go along with that is hilarious. Teaching and learning. This is with Archangel Zadkiel. Keep an open mind and learn new ideas, and then teach these ideas to others. So both go together perfectly, do you see? Of sharing messages of love. First, you have to open yourself to the messages and allow yourself to hear these divine messages of love at the beginning of the week. In the middle of the week calls for you to share these messages with others. The funny thing about share the message of love, it says, be mindful of each word that passes your lips. And it's funny for two reasons. Number one, it's funny because I have a canker sore in my mouth, which is gross, but it's true. And it's been behind my lip. And I have, of course, the Louise Hay book, Heal Your Body. And the spiritual meaning for a canker sore is basically festering angry words, but not letting them pass your lips. Like you're holding this in behind your lips. And guess what? It shows up behind my lip as a sore because there are certain things that I haven't been saying that I've been holding in a lot of anger. And things are changing. We're all going through crazy changes, and it obviously brings up a lot of fear for people. And I'm one of those people, and I see fear show up for other people as well. And sometimes it's frustrating to deal with people when you see them acting out of fear. And that's why I think it's funny, because it says, be mindful of each word that passes your lips. And it's true, because words are very, very powerful things. Obviously, actions are very powerful as well, and so is just a pure intention. But honestly, our words go a long way, and they mean a lot to people. And again, going back to this whole childhood thing, I bet you that every single person watching right now can remember something that someone told them when they were a kid. In two different areas. You can probably remember something really hurtful that someone said to you, whether it was a bully or whether it was your parents, whether it was a teacher, someone that said something really cruel and heartbreaking to you that made you want to just shut yourself off and hide your soul and live in fear. You can probably remember many things that people have said to you in your adult life. Those things stay with you. And you can probably also remember a time when someone really believed in you, when someone encouraged you, when someone acknowledged something amazing that you did and you didn't even know that they were watching. So we have so much power, you see, because we remember those things from when we were a kid, but we also remember these things and we still feel just as intensely as we did when we were children. And when we're adults, again, we're kind of taught to keep it inside, which causes dis-ease, disease. Many things show up in the physical body when you're not paying attention to what's going on emotionally. We hold things in all the time because we think, it's not good to be vulnerable and to show emotion. Well, guess what? Those are old belief systems. Cancel, clear, delete that, clear that out. Speak up. And that's the huge message of this week, which is the second funny thing I want to mention, is that's why I'm wearing this blue scarf. To remind me to mention this for this week. Both Be Divine and Doreen Virtue picked up on the message of speaking your truth and speaking up for yourself and being conscious, being aware of what you're saying to yourself and to others. And again, to spread love and to just be aware of what you're saying to yourself, because that really matters. It really does. That has a ripple effect and goes out to everyone else. So what you say to yourself really does matter. And just to share your truth, to share your story, to share whatever you feel guided to share in a loving way. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, even if you're trying to express something to someone and you're trying to explain your anger, it doesn't mean that you have to completely go off on them and explain this anger, Try to calm down first. Get to the root of it, because the root is we're all light, we're all love, period. We all feel fears as humans. And sometimes that comes out in really messy ways. It really does. So try to find the root of it. See where the fear is coming from. Get to the root of love, which is always underneath. And you will find your way. So remember to share the message of love. and teach that with others. Allow yourself to love yourself and to, stay open to the messages that come to you this week and be willing to share those with others. For the weekend, we have Let Go of Anxiety with lavender, of course. It says calm your nerves and you'll be able to hear the voice of your angels. So again, we're receiving a lot of messages, and I think sometimes that brings up a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear, because it's like, holy shit, can I trust? Here we go back to your third eye. Can I trust myself? Can I trust that these intuitive messages? Can I trust the universe, my angels? Can I trust this guidance? Is it really my guidance, or is it my fear? Is it safe for me to move forward, or do I keep doing this? Can I do this, or am I ready? Do I go over here or over there? Breathe. You can meditate on lavender, you can smell lavender, you can go buy lavender, you can get some lavender oil, you can maybe find some lavender tea, you can wear purple. There's so many things that you can do to try to let go of this stress and anxiety, to really, again, breathe, relax. Even echinacea, ingesting that as well would be helpful. And when you calm down and get to a place of just being, and you're not really doing a whole heck of a lot, if you just let yourself, take a bath or just meditate or just sit for 5 minutes in silence, you will know what to do. You will hear yourself, your higher self, clearly. You will hear your angels clearly. You'll know what to do. You'll hear messages of love, and you will know when it's the right time to share those love messages with others. And this goes along with counselor, with Archangel Azrael. You are a natural counselor. Here we go, guys. Again, we are teachers here. Every single one of us has a really special, unique message to say. And even if we're trying to all share messages of love, which I think we're all trying to do, we all have a really special, unique way of doing it, in a unique vibration, and essentially blueprint, soul blueprint, if you will. We all have special DNA that will never be replicated again. Many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. So trust in that. Again, that's the main message of this week. I think it's so funny that this has come up so many times in this reading. But essentially, we have to trust ourselves and the messages that we feel. Follow your heart. Go to where you feel led. Trust the messages that come through for you, and trust that you are making a huge difference. And I know that it can be really hard sometimes because, for example, I'm an artist. How many artists do you think there are in the world? A lot. Does that mean that my art doesn't deserve to be heard? Absolutely not, because there's no other person like me. Does that mean that I'm above everyone else and my art is the only art in the world? Absolutely not. It's about finding that balance and knowing that even though there are other people in the world that are trying to maybe have the same career as you, or are trying to send love messages like you are, each and every one of us is a very special, different teacher. And like I said, nobody can spread your messages like you can. Nobody can be you but you. So it's important for you to be you and to not try to be anyone else, because the world needs you. The world needs your messages in your special way. And you are really helping and benefiting so many people just by you being you. Not even by you doing a certain thing, by you being you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Lots of teaching and learning and trusting and going within and getting a lot of insights and communicating messages. And it's really just about trust. So I hope you guys have a fabulous week, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.